Welcome to another edition of the Robbie V Show. All right, first off, we're going to talk about dopes of the day, wonks of the week, and the contenders for moron of the month, which will be revealed next week. And maybe we'll get into the MVP candidates. But look, it's been an active week. We got a lot of freaking stuff to talk about. So let's get to it. Let's talk about the basketball team. After today, I'm hearing this little dissension in the ranks. This team, I mean, Kirk and Beanbag Ron played freaking great basketball the first game and led the team, which is awesome. The people love it. I saw Shock Minahan's picks. I would take the over 13.5 for both Beanbag Ron and for Kirk Minahan for points. They're ready to lead this team to victory, this week. I can feel it. Inch by inch, they're ready to go to war, and it's time for the people to get behind them. I believe the gym's in Belmont. I mean, maybe we should just riot before the game, to intimidate the other team. Do I think it's a good idea? No, probably not. But since I've been up since freaking 6 o'clock this morning and had a busy day, I don't know. I'm just going to go for it. I mean, I won't be a part of the riot because I have bowling on Thursday night. So, take it for what it's worth. All right. Let's talk about what everyone's talking about today. The Celtics. So how do I feel about last night's victory? I'm happy they came back. It's great. Tatum and Brown played well. But there's a couple things that trouble me. Number one, we cannot go into this series and trying to play Al Horford for over 40 minutes a game. He's too old to do that. It's not going to work. Somebody else in this team needs to step up. Al can only do so much, and it's ridiculous to expect him to freaking carry it at his age right now. I'm looking at you, Porzingis. Now, I know Porzingis is supposed to come back for Game 4, or that's what was reported today. Buddy, it's the playoffs. No one's healthy. Like, nobody. You got an injury. It's time to tough it out, son. I mean, you need to get in there. You need to go get Banner 18 because the Celtics are a hell of a lot better team with you in the lineup, even if you aren't at 100%. I expect you to be in the lineup. It's about time. The Celtics were pretty lucky that the Pacers not choked away the game, but caused the turnovers last night. Gave up the ball last night and allowed the Celtics to win. Jason Tatum, the fourth quarter, he really. I'm glad he took over overtime, but he played like shit in the freaking fourth quarter. And if Tatum wants to really be considered a bona fide alpha dog star in this league, he actually needs to act. He needs to play like one when it counts. Literally taking fallaways from the goddamn free throw line, missing threes and not playing well is not going to do it in this town. And that's the fact of the matter. I'm happy he stepped up in overtime, but you could argue that we would never would have got to overtime if he had just played a lot better. And there's other people who could have played better too on that team. Derek White didn't have his finest hour during Game 1 in the fourth quarter either. He got blocked from behind. He had that stupid foul on the three. I forget who had it, but really doesn't matter. I think the Celtics need to come out basically, 2-0. Because I'll tell you, I don't think it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy in Indiana, especially in front of their home crowd. They have a rabid fan base, and they're ready. So stay tuned, see what happens. All right, let's talk about the Bees. The Bruins offseason is pretty simple. I mean, it's signed to Brusque and literally, trade Allmark for the highest possible to the highest bidder. They really can't. Obviously, they can't afford to keep both goalies. Swayman's the man. We all know that right now. You just need to go get either top six, top six forward or top 3 centerman. It's that simple. They just need to do something. He can't be around next year, and it's not his fault. He won the Vezina, a year ago, but unfortunately, you can't have too much invested in one position. So Bruins need to go out and make a move. The Sox. I mean, hey, they're there. They're out there. Fenway's buzzing. But other than that, I don't. They're not in the playoffs. They're not really making any runs. The Yankees look good. I think their record's like 34-18 or something. That might be a little off. 34, 32 and something. I mean, they're playing great. I mean, I don't think the Sox have enough to make a run at the playoffs or the division, so we're just gonna kind of skip over them for a little bit. So let's talk about in Kirk's basketball. I mean, let's talk about Gus. I mean, Gus is out there. He's falling down, but that's fine. And then I see on Twitter he's talking about taking steroids, which that's a wild move. I mean, but if that shows his dedication to the team, then I don't know. I mean, guys willing to break the law for the KMS team. I mean, there's something to be said by that. Is that an MVP move? I don't really know. I mean, breaking the law usually isn't an MVP move, but it might be considered. We'll give him MVP. If he's willing to do that for the team. I saw he ran a lap today. I hope he's doing all right. I can get behind that. So I was applying for the Barstool jobs. I hope it comes through. And I want to just give a shout out to Kirk and Beanbag Ron. They played great. And I hope that I wish them continued success in the first win this Thursday. I'm also happy to hear that they have plenty of snacks and hydration. Good job, Justin. Thumbs up. All right. What else is going on? All right, we're going to talk about a new contender for Moron of the Month. Well, first, actually, we'll talk about Ben Affleck and J-Lo. Supposedly their marriage is breaking up. All right, honestly, who gives a shit? I mean this very sincerely. I can't even name a movie that Ben Affleck, other than Superman, maybe, that Ben Affleck's been in the past, 10 years. I mean, I'm not a movie guy to begin with, but, let's not act like Ben Affleck is, I don't know. He's a good guy, but, I think it's his time in the spotlight's passed. And J-Lo, I mean, I know she's Jenny from the Block that came out in, 2002. And I just don't think the people, I saw it on Twitter. Who gives a fuck, honestly? If their marriage is on the rocks, they need to work on that shit. They don't need to, sit around and parade about it. Do I wish them well? Absolutely. Go find an expensive marriage counselor. Maybe Ben Affleck's gambling again. Do I really know what's going on? No. Am I talking out my rump? Probably. But that's life. Life is tough. Fucking A. Get a hard hat, Jesus Christ. I don't know. So that's what I think about that. I had some ideas. Those stories I tweeted out. So just bear with me here. All right. Fucking Christ. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. We're back. Shout out to the idiot woman. Actually, we have a new moron of the month contender is that freaking moron who, said that she wouldn't save people in the exit row. Because that's a requirement. You got to assist people off, that she would save herself. Hey, look, I got news for you. I mean, it's the exit row. You're kind of required to, do some work if, God forbid, anything happens up in the air. And even if you aren't, even if you're really not thinking about doing any work, for God's sakes, I mean, you could lie about it. I mean, not that I think that's a great idea, but to come out and openly said, I'm going to save myself. And then to take the escalation point to the point of, basically the cops have to come drag your sorry ass off the plane is pretty fucking pathetic. Do I think this woman is a good woman? No, absolutely. The fact that she wouldn't save her, help her fellow humans in a time of crisis, if God forbid the plane did have a crisis and she was sitting in the exit row, it's not a good move. It's definitely contention for moron of the month. I mean, the plane also had to deplane after she got arrested. So basically, what she should have done is informed everyone that she was going to pull this tomfoolery bullshit. So everyone else at the plane could have either grabbed a cocktail, grabbed a new magazine, changed little Johnny in, the bathroom instead of, that freaking, 2x2 airport, restroom or airplane restroom. This woman really needs life counseling. And Robbie V, I'm pissed. I want this woman banned from all flights. Make it happen, Joe Biden. Thank you. All right. Who else is won't do that. Oh, yeah. So WCVB last night, they posted a picture of some Celtics fans watching the game through the glass because they left the game early because they thought the Celtics were going to lose. Where is the loyalty to the Celtics? Where is it? Loyalty is everything. And if you put up, if you consider yourself a fan of the Celtics after doing that tomfoolery bullshit, it's just unbelievable. Rob V is appalled. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? The bullshitness needs to stop. It's just out of control. Anyway, to those Celtics fans, you need to take the Robbie V loyalty class. It's offered at esteemed universities such as Harvard Law and Curry College. We're working on it. Anyway, so guys, just the game's never over until it hits triple zero. And for God's sakes, you guys paid over $200 probably for those tickets. Why the fuck are you leaving the game early? Robbie V's irate. It's just out of control. I've had enough. All right. We have another Wonk of the Week contender, Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown is a freaking moron. He declared bankruptcy after, making $88 million in the NFL. Now, a commenter on my post put that, child support costs a lot of money. I'm sure, but freaking God's sakes, don't have so many kids. It's really that simple. I don't like Antonio Brown. He's a first-class wonk. He is Wonk of the Week. He's one of the Wonks of the Week. I think he's a fool, and I think he needs to go to finance 101. It's just out of control. It's just unacceptable. P. Diddy's also a Wonk of the Week for reasons I don't feel like I have to get into. And also the gutless Los Angeles district attorney who won't prosecute his ass is even more ridiculous. But whatever. Rob V, I'm here. Who's going to win MVP this week? All right, Xander Schauffele. He won the PGA Championship. He also helped me win on a golf parlay, so I appreciate that. Xander. Who else is who else is the MVP? Adam Hadwin, because he freaking fell apart on the 18th hole, and I appreciate that on the second round. It caused me to win my golf parlay, which I was able to pay my light bill. And with the other parlay, I was happily put it in the savings account. You got to make good decisions when you win in gambling. You don't want to go blow $150 at the Cheesecake Factory on drinks and freaking Oreo cookie cheesecake and thinking you're a baller. That's not good, folks. It's Robbie V's tip of the day. Anyway, all right. Now the MVP. I just went over the MVPs. I just went over everything, or did I? So who am I picking on the Florida Rangers? It's going to be a close series. Mike 07. Who do I think is going to win? Florida. And I'm hoping Dallas beats Edmonton because Edmonton, they play hockey when they want to. They're a bunch of, and I like the team. Don't worry. They've made me a ton of money. So I love Connor McDavid, love all those guys. But I think Dallas is going to pull this one out. Old friend Tyler Seguin seems to be playing well. Jamie Benn. And if I'm wrong, they're not the locks of the week. So, don't hold me to it. Anyway, so the future of the lock of the week. I realize it's the summer, and who the hell wants to bet on baseball? I know there's a lot of people who do, and I get that, but it's a little tough to do lock of the weeks. I will do them for obviously the NHL. I apologize for last week for not doing it. Just shit got pretty busy, and that's life. But that's no excuse. And I'm giving myself a solid dope of the day award. You got to be honest with yourself, people. And I deserved it for not being there for the people, for the lock of the week. Am I not giving them lock of the week picks? So I'm going to do, I'm going to get back on the horse. I'm going to do one on Saturday, one on Sunday. And I promise the viewers that I'm going to be able to do it. All right. The show, this is the conclusion of the show. What I want you to do is want you to watch the Kirk Minahan Network. Obviously, watch the Man Show itself. Watch Gaming with Gus. And other things. And other great shows. All right. We're going to reveal the Moron of the Month, and we're going to reveal the Kirk Minahan MVP next week. I want everyone to tune in. I want you to have a good Memorial Day weekend. Stay hydrated. Have a few cocktails. Grill a few burgers. And indulge whatever delicacies you want to indulge in. This is Robbie V, live from where I always am, signing off. Thank you.